Alright, brush monkeys, we are back, and this week we are painting Bishop deBernis. This is this guy here. And this is still a continuation of the TT Games Carnevale series. So he is the Bishop of Venice in 17, whenever it is, it just takes place. 1748, I guess. The box art shows him with purple robes and a sash. I think I'm going to keep the purple sash, but I think the robes I'm going to do in probably maybe black, this bottom one being black, or maybe red with a black lining. I think I'm probably going to do red with black lining. I think that'll stand out a little better. So, yeah, so this guy's going to be pretty straightforward to paint. Not a whole lot of... Bishop's robes are pretty large flat surfaces of space to paint, so not a whole lot of tiny little details to stress over. A couple of mold lines that I missed, but other than that, they're pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this guy, and then we'll come back and take a look at him. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Alright, I have made some progress on the Bishop here, and he is, if I'm being honest, he's looking a little rough. Part of that was that sculpting issue. I had to resculpt a big chunk of it right there because he had a whole bunch of flash that needed to be scraped off, but I got that. And but part of it is just, okay, the paints have kind of slopped over into a couple of other areas, and it's not really that big a deal, despite it doesn't look that great now, but it's getting there. Okay, so like the whites don't look all that smooth when, really wish you'd stay in focus, you jackass. The whites don't look all that smooth now. They will when once I've shade washed and layered the whites. Same with the reds, same with the black, same with the purple. They'll all get cleaned up in the shade wash and layer stage. Also, just about everything he has is trimmed in gold. So a lot of the places where something slopped over, like right here, this little, it looks like I've missed a spot right here, but all this is part of a stole that's hanging down that'll be painted gold. The trim along the bottom here is gold. The trim all around his cloak is gold. You know, he's got a lot of gold trim on this guy. So when I go to do the metallics, it'll all balance out. Right now I've got his skin done. That's about it. His face, he's a pretty stern looking little dude. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to take a gray and paint his eyebrows and beard. It looks like he's got yeah, it looks like he's at least got like a mustache, and well, it doesn't look like he's got a mustache on the sculpt. Maybe just his eyebrows and a little goatee there. And then I'm going to shade wash everything. I've got a special shade wash that I mixed up that's thinned down. It's Null Oil and Drakenhof Nightshade with a little bit of Lamian Medium mixed in, specifically shade wash white. And so I'm going to use that on his tunic and hat. Here I've got Caribou Crimson for the reds. I've got Druky Violet for the purples. And I think once I get all that done, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to take a break. So I think once I get all that done, it'll start looking a little more right. Right now it kind of looks eh. But pretty much all miniatures go through this stage of looking kind of eh before they start looking good. So I also did the base band. Apparently I'm going to have to touch up a couple of spots. I kind of scraped it up there. But since I was painting the purple on his gloves and sash anyway, went ahead and did the base band. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to do the shade washes, and I'm going to come back and layer them up, and hopefully that'll start looking a little better. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, now that I've got the reds, whites, and purples layered on this guy, I think you'll agree he's looking a lot better. I'm going to take a break now and do the golds on him, at least base them. And then I think once you see all the metallic trim and everything on this guy at least blocked in, I think you'll agree that he's going to look a lot better. He's starting to look a lot better. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and take a look at him. Got a little spot of black there. And then we'll come back and take a look at him, and then I'll highlight the golds, and you know, he's coming along. So, see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, I've got the golds based on our bishop here, and I think you'll agree that now that you can see all that metallic trim on him, he's definitely coming together a lot better. Went ahead and did the base as well, all those little cobblestones. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry and let the golds dry. The Croesus was, I tried to thin down the Vallejo Old Gold, which is what I used for all this. Comes out really thick, almost a paste. And so I tried to thin it down a little bit with a little bit of Seraphim Sepia. And that usually works, but this time for some reason it came out, it just diluted it way too much, and so there's places where it doesn't want to stick on there. I'm going to layer up the gold, and then of course do the metallic on the base band here. Touch up the little spot that I've scraped up the base band again. This is like the third time I've touched this up now. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do the metallic on the base band and touch up the golds. The golds I'm going to be highlighting with just Vallejo Gold, Model Color Gold. And it kind of runs into the same problem that it's a little thick, but I'm not going to try to thin it down or anything. That's going to be suicide for this guy. But I'm going to let these other ones dry before I get back to this. So I'm going to take a little break, and the next time you see this guy, he's going to be completely done. So, like I said, once you got the golds on there, he started to come together. Started looking like a finished figure. All right. So we'll see you soon. Bye. And here he is, brush monkeys, the finished Bishop deBernis from TT Games Carnevale series. And I think he turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. So next week we'll be starting in on the Plague Doctor, and after that we've got 3 more. We've got a Doctor of the Mind, and we've got 2 guys that kind of look like they were straight out of Assassin's Creed. So I'm going to go ahead and call the Bishop done and wrap this up. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like down below. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. Both of those help me with my YouTube numbers and help support me doing what I do best. Speaking of which, if you want to support me more directly, you can visit my Patreon site and go on my Instagram page to see all the miniatures that I paint on this site and how to get your hands on one of your own if you want one. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. You can check both of those to see when new videos get posted. And visit my merch store at storefrontier.com/FlyingMonkeyStudios. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.